Good day. Today we'll be outlining how to add a SIP phone as a managed SIP device to allow auto provisioning of the phone. This scenario is most simple when a port on the Com.X itself is acting as the DHCP server. To facilitate this, we navigate to the Network tab and select the interface which we would like to connect to the phones, generally through a switch. Right-click it, edit, select the Servers tab, and enable a comma server on that port. We can choose the start and end DHCP addresses to define the DHCP range, bearing in mind that they would have to be in the same subnet as the main port itself. Here I've made provision for 9 handsets to occupy IP addresses from 192.168.102.2 all the way through to 102.10. I have now configured the LAN port on the Com.X to be the router address for these phones, just to facilitate their communication with any other devices on the network and not on the internet. Once I've accepted this, I need to apply this configuration so that the DHCP server becomes active. If I navigate to the hardware panel, we can see that I have the option to scan for devices. If I enable auto detect, that will allow for the Com.X to inquire of these devices certain details, such as their manufacturer and capabilities. On the right hand side, I'll see the number of detected devices increase as the scan is performed. Once my device is detected, I can select Options, Detected, and a managed SIP phone appears if it is plugged in to the same interface. I've selected a SNOM 760, which I've plugged into that LAN interface directly and not through a switch. You can add the phone. I'm going to change this name just to make it simpler. SNOM 760 Andrew. Once the device is added as hardware, the ports of that device will be present in my ports tree on the Extensions tab. So navigate to Extensions, and I can assign this port, for example's sake, I'm going to make it extension 2000. Now, it's probably useful to go back to the hardware device and just change the label on the phone to be extension 2000 as well. So instead of 9190001, which is the port number, I'm just going to take it to 2000 and maybe make it 2000 Andrew, so we know who the user is as well. And once I apply, I'll have configured not only the extension, but also the phone, without having to access the phone's GUI or match passwords or anything such as that. Just using the GUI, adding a managed SIP phone, I've auto-provisioned that handset and created the extension.